Have you ever seen a right-hand drive car on the road or gone to a car show and seen the steering wheel on the other side of the vehicle and wondered, what's that all about? Chances are it's a Japanese car, and as such, it's been imported under Canada's 15-year importation regulations. But what most people don't know is that these Japanese imports, as well as other right-hand drive cars from countries like Italy or Great Britain, are the driving force behind a thriving Canadian car culture. You may have also noticed that there's a shortage of both new and used cars across Western Canada, which has only gotten worse throughout the pandemic. This shortage is especially relevant in the used car market. So years ago, the Canadian government actually made efforts to prevent situations like this by allowing foreign market vehicles, right-hand drive, of 15 years or older to be imported without any tariffs or levies, whereas the US chose to make theirs a 25-year rule. Strangely enough, this discrepancy created a superheated car culture in Canada where we're used as a holding facility as vehicles mature and legalize for the American market. But while they're here in Canada, we do enjoy them. So if you've been down Barlow Trail in Calgary's industrial zone on a hot summer's night, tucked between the Tim Hortons and Staples on the corner of 61st Ave, it's next to impossible to miss the mass spectacle of cars and people gathered. Here you'll usually find 200 vehicles on a slow night, everything from American muscle cars to a Lamborghini straight to a Japanese tuner. It's in this chaos where people network and, more importantly, show off their pride and joy. For the most part, this is a law-abiding group, people who are more than happy to pop their hoods and enjoy an evening talking about their builds. However, there's always a group that wants to change it from a casual car show and push it into illegal activities like burnout competitions or even straight out street racing that attracts the police, and even worse, these poor actors give the public a negative perception of the car culture. This is infuriating for the public, but what they don't understand is it's the 1% ruining it for the 99%. Even the car enthusiasts themselves are frustrated by these defiances. In fact, they want it to stop even more than the police, because once the police are called for those types of activities, they show up to shut it down and ruin it for everyone. As a result, every independent car club has its own Mexico. This is a location that the individual clubs have chosen, usually somewhere close in the foothills industrial. So where the foolishness starts, smaller groups can faction off to the spots they've secured for their own clubs, where there's no police or those looking to attract them.